What's up, everybody? It's Gone Turbo here. This is Skyrim Special Edition, exclusively on the Xbox One. In today's video, I want to do a little bit of gameplay, some modded gameplay, take you through a couple of mods here and showcase a couple of things. So I wanted to do a quick rundown of my load order and talk about just a couple of new things that have been added at this time. I recently released a March 2018 load order video, and also I did a video, my last video, on Divine Atmospheres. I've had a couple of small tweaks since then that I wanted to show you guys. So here at the top of the load order, unofficial Skyrim patch. I am using most of the graphics pack mods, including the static mesh mod as well. I have downloaded the Fort Dawnguard add-on. This is 43 megabytes and improves the Dawnguard textures, Fort Dawnguard such. And for the first time ever, I have actually been playing the Dawnguard storyline, the DLC. In all this time, I have never played the Dawnguard DLC. It's actually pretty cool, very interesting. I also wanted to revisit and try the High Poly project. When this first came out, I tried it, and I wasn't overly impressed, just because of, I think there wasn't as much going on in terms of number of items that were changed, but it's definitely increased, and there's quite a lot of things that are contained, objects that are contained in this mod. And you might say, well, doesn't the graphics pack do all of this, some of these things as well? And probably yes, absolutely, for sure. But the goal of this is to improve the meshes even better. So you don't really see a lot of the edges of objects. So like an apple will be more round than it would be. Sometimes you have that square look to certain objects when they're supposed to be round, just because of the polygons and the graphics. But I do like some of the changes that this makes to the cabbage and the leeks, and some of the things that graphics pack changes that I didn't care for. So anyway, I am trying that out. I'm not sure if I'll keep it forever, but it's there. A couple of other new things going down the load order here. I am playing with Divine Atmosphere Aetherius. I've always been a Vivid Weathers fan, but I wanted to give this a try. I have a kind of a overview video of this that just recently had put out. I'm using the Enhanced Night Sky mod along with it. I'm not a big fan of the night sky that Divine Atmospheres creates. I like the look of the Vivid Weathers night sky, and this mod here, it's 2 megabytes, gives the same look to the stars as Vivid Weathers, but it does add this, I don't know, instead of that purpley blue starry kind of Milky Way, I know it's not the Milky Way, but that exists in vanilla, this adds kind of a pretty significant red and yellow galaxy look to it. It's a little bit overwhelming and a little bit artificial looking, but I like the stars, and just had been trying this out a little bit as well. So one of the things we're going to look at today is Hobbiton by Ozymandias. I have not tried this at all yet. This is going to be an absolutely first impression, so hopefully this will all go well. Let's see, what else might be new here? There is one thing towards the bottom that I definitely want to talk about. I've been going back and forth with interiors, interior mods. Been using ELFX for a long time. I started to get a little bit annoyed with some of the flickering, which I notice happens mostly when you have a torch or a lantern. Wearable Lanterns is a mod that allows you to carry a lantern. So whenever there is a torch or a lantern that you're carrying, you're going to see more flickers with that ELFX. I tried Divine Interiors, the regular Divine Interiors, and I got some effect, some flickering as well. I had been playing with ELE, Interior Lighting Overhaul, which I have here. It's not active right now, but I really like this mod. I would probably say it's one of my favorites, and I want to thank Leon Shore for reintroducing this one to me again. You don't get any flickering with this mod, and you're really forced to use your torch or your lantern, because only objects that only sources of light are what lights up your interior. So candles, fireplaces, torches, those are going to be your only sources of light, and anything else that isn't touched by light is going to be dark. And some of these other lighting overhauls or interior mods, most areas are going to be illuminated, just for you to be able to play the game without having to have a torch and lantern, things like that. So, but what I am finding is that I have here, as you can see, ELFX and static mesh performance. This is what you would use if you're using ELFX, the graphics pack static mesh. This is the patch. But what I found, I have been testing this out, and I'm not bullcrapping anybody here. It helps improve with the Divine Interior mods. The regular Divine Interiors, this is the Darkness Edition. The regular Divine Interiors, I was getting less flicker. I did some tests, and I was getting less flicker with it when I had this on here. So I don't understand mods when it comes to different kinds of files within them, the technical aspects of them, but it seems to be helping. So, but I do like Divine Interiors Darkness Edition because to me it's a balance between ELE and Divine Interiors or ELFX, the regular Divine Interiors, if that makes sense. So this is darker than Divine Interiors or ELFX, but not as dark as ELE Interior. So in some cases you can still use a light source, and it's also very small in file size. So anyway, I've been playing and trying Divine Interiors, and I am liking it so far. I am using Realistic Waters too, and I mention this because Divine Atmospheres does provide its own water texture, but I am a big fan of Realistic Waters too, and I do use that mod. Alright, so that's what we got going on here. And I also, before we look at Hobbiton here, wanted to mention that with this visual lighting setup, if you go ahead and watch my Divine Atmosphere video, you will see that I use, where am I here? The Rustic Weathers presets. Now what I mentioned in that video is to select harsh, but I'm finding that filmic works a little bit better. Harsh just makes things a little bit too dark, and some of the dark areas, the contrast is just pretty heavy. So I've been using filmic, and I haven't reduced any brightness per se, but in my system settings, my brightness is right about there. So not quite in the middle, not quite to the far right, but right about there. And the brightness on my monitor is at about 75%. And things look really nice. Not too bright, not too blue. So let's check out Hobbiton here. So this is right on the water's edge of the big lake here. I can never say the name right, so I'm not going to try. On the outside you get a little boat that just is for decoration, and I knocked one of the fishing poles off. I can't seem to get it back up on the boat. Oh well. Alright, little dock here. This is a very nice looking Hobbit Hole from the outside. A nice tree. Some moths flying around. A little bench you can sit on. Here's Serena out there doing the Dawn Guard quest, like I said. I just received Auriel's bow. There it is on my back. Sweet. Alright. Fine looking door. Open burrow hobbit. Let's see. Let's check it out. Okay. Whoa. They weren't kidding. Alright, so right away you see how dark it is in here. And this is Divine Interiors, Darkness Edition. I am going to use my travel lantern. You can already see some flickering. One of the things some of these interior lighting mods... Huh. Is that like supposed to be... That's weird. Oh, those funny letters. It's supposed to be like that. Is that supposed to be some form of Elvish? Are there dwarves here? Anyway, some of these interior lighting mods will state that they don't touch player homes. So, considering that this falls in that category. So you get a weapon plaque here. You can throw a weapon up there. A little knapsack. Why would there be elvish boots in my Hobbit Hole? This is kind of neat. You got the tree in the middle. All right. It is very reminiscent of you know, like the movie, just the way it looks with the wood and the everything kind of like scattered along the sides of the wall here. This is all for decoration. Okay, you can activate those, but there's a record collection. There's some books. So nothing here is active. Oh yeah, we got some flickering going on. This is neat. It looks like, yeah, this looks like, Bilbo at his desk kind of thing. Get the quill and the book. There and back again, A Hobbit's Tale by Bilbo Baggins. Neat. Neato. Dang. Okay, you can activate this bookshelf. Here we have a Arcane Enchanter. This is different looking. Alright, so you get the Enchanter, the Alchemy Lab. Wow, we got some fancy effects going on there. Gleam Blossom, Glowing Mushroom, Cluster. Neat. So some massive flickering happening, but that's to be expected with these interior lighting mods in these player homes. Oh, look, another desk and table. This is kind of cool. It's kind of cool looking. The bed. Oh, yeah, with the map. That's cool. Kinda. Kinda. Huh. But you can see the ELFX or Divine Atmosphere. Divine Interior mods. Kind of the sunbeams coming through and the dust particles. It's characteristic of that. This is cool. Look, it kind of... All right. All right, we got some stuff. Oh, there's a mannequin. Cool, so you can activate your mannequin. Got a map. Some of the ships. I like this. More mannequins. It's good to have mannequins. This is a, That is like a never before seen thing. I've never seen something like this before in the game. It's like a stone head. Alright, this one's called the ass mannequin. You can look at your stuff from behind. I bet if you activate this, it might turn around. Maybe not. Cool. Bookshelf. More things. We have paper all over the floor. Huh. It's interesting. Nice fireplace. What the hell? Is this Harry Potter? What's with the books flying in the air? Okay, it's pretty cool, huh? I don't know if that's Tolkien lore friendly, but it's more like Harry Potter friendly. Yeah, I think it's cool. And there's a burning book. Sometimes if you're out of fuel, you gotta burn a book. Okay, let's see. More weapons plaques. This is unique. A little bit of water fountain activity there. This keeps going, as a Hobbit Hole should. Tunnels upon tunnels upon tunnels. Is this a mine? You got your own little mine? No kidding. There's not much in here though, is there? More for show. This looks like it's more for show. It's neat though. Ah, the kitchen. Nice. That's unique to put up there. Okay. We've got some, can you use the cooking pot? Oh yeah, you can use that one. Use your cooking pot. Shout our table. Butcher block. So it looks like some of the textures aren't quite rendering, but a little bit of everything for y'all. Can you activate? So like these sacks aren't active. I guess you can use the barrel to store your stuff. You can use that sack. This is pretty neato. Oh, there you are. Hello. Well, there's Hobbiton. There's the Hobbit Hole, Hobbiton. This is neat. So it's pretty magical. Definitely has some things to utilize. Doesn't have an oven. All right, let's head on out. So Hobbiton, neat little mod here. I like it. I do technically keep my stuff in Breezehome. I've utilized that home as well. So I probably won't, stay in this Hobbiton Hobbit Hole as my home, but I do like it. So pretty neat. Turn off our lantern and let's head on and do something here. All right. We're going to go test something out. We're going to test out this bow. So what I have is Auriel's bow. I also have the Sun-Hallowed Elven Arrow, which cause sunburst attacks to nearby targets if shot at the sun. With Auriel's bow. Here's the sun. Sometimes there's skeletons up here. Maybe I should just do a test shot anyway. Let's try it. Whoa! Ah! Yeah. Oh, that was awesome. Oh, that was cool. Oh man, this thing has a pretty fast draw, like pretty instantaneously. That's pretty neat. All right, Eels Bow. I don't want to waste those. But all right. Maybe we'll find some enemies and give that a try. Come on, Serena. Come on, Serena. Where can we go? Left, right, left, right. This goes by. I actually technically have to head back to Fort Dawnguard, so I'm really going in the wrong direction at this point. But I think you can kind of see some of the mods that we're using here. Got Veydosebrom Bloom grass mod. Been working just fine. Divine Forests, Lush Overhaul, Northfire's photoreal mountains, which affect the rocks, like right here. What I like about Divine Forest is it also adds kind of some random flower, patches of flowers, flower beds. You know, you're kind of walking along and all of a sudden you see some dragon's tongue or something like that. Usually there was an enemy there. I must have got him already. Yeah. I'm just heading in this direction. Hoping to come across some kind of enemy.
What can I do for you?
Don't ask that question or walk away.
Oh, did you need something? I'm collecting ingredients to bring to the gourmet. You'll think my taste so refined when I offer them to him. You have heard of the gourmet?
Oh, never heard of him.
You've not heard of the gourmet? Author of Uncommon Taste? He is a wizard with a spatula. Well, not an actual wizard, but his recipes are legendary. You know, I've heard the gourmet is in Skyrim right now.
Good.
What can I do?
I am excited about that. I thought for a second I'd start some quest that I did not want to start. Some quest about food. Alright, so here's an interesting thing. A long time ago I happened to come across this area here. And thought, ooh, I'll explore this bad boy. But I don't have the key. I might have to consult my official Skyrim book to try to do that, because I have no idea. Feel free to leave a comment if you know how to get to that place, because I'm dying to explore it. Let's get to somewhere where there's an enemy. Test this bow. There was a fort around here. That tent. We're lost. Face it, Mr. Frodo, we're lost. The iconic random carriage with burnt bodies strewn about. Ah, it's up there. There are some parts sometimes of this game where I'm like, where is stuff? I don't know. It's part of the exploration again. Aha! Oh, dang. Oh! Oh! Oh, 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 oh! Here we go. Boom! Boom! Ha ha! My fire rain down upon you. Not totally dead. Get him. Oh! Get him! Get him! Ah! That's Serena's bandit. Oh, lovely. Auriel's bow. Want to see something cool? You take a torch, you use it as a block, and you can strike, set her on fire. That is dead NPC cleaner. So that was Auriel's bow in action. Love it. I love it. Alright, folks. Well, hopefully you've enjoyed my gameplay video today. If you feel like him, that's okay. Stick around for another episode, another video. And happy Skyrimming. Have a great day, guys. I'll talk to you again soon.